Sometimes I give myself the creeps. Sometimes my mind plays tricks on me. It all keeps adding up. I think I'm cracking up. Am I just paranoid? Am I just... I went to a shrink to analyze my dreams. She says it's like a that's bringing me down. I went to a... He said my life's a bore. So quit my wonder cause it's bringing her down. Sometimes I give myself the creeps.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight we wrap up a great Sunday here in Super Wild Card Weekend, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Houston Texans. The third of 3 games to finish up this Sunday. We might save the best for last. And off we go here in the wild card round. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
They'll run with a USC man, Woody Marks. Across midfield. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. 58 yards rushing for him now as he has started this wild card round with a flourish. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on first and 10.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Stroud looking to change the play. Now a play fake here on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Brings up second.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now a first carry for their fullback. And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run. They're going to take this to about the 10-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Now they'll change things around before the snap. Stroud looking to throw. Looking for a slot man, and he's got him. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. Here's a 2nd and 5. And Stroud now to throw. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Takedown from 4 yards out. And the Texans will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Texans 7, Dolphins nothing. Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
Hey, COVID-19!
A man who was both a prep and collegiate star here in the Lone Star State, Devon Achane. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can actually read the play and get upfield and shut it down before it gets going, it's exactly what you're looking for.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. To throw, here's Willis. And it's a short one here. Complete. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the Texans scoop it. And they will bring this one back. Fumble return for the Texans touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So they recover their own fumble. Now they face 3rd and short. Willis. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. And boy, down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field. Willis takes the snap. They're going for it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Texans take over an excellent field position.
18, what's up? Hey! Banjo. No. Check.
Marks now on 1st and 10. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Oh, hey. Tony.
On the ground, it's the rookie from Alabama. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. 1 yard and now no yards have them looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
18.
Stroud working out of the gun. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, Texan kicker Icekilla8585 comes on. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So a touchdown on their opening drive and 3 more here that add to their first quarter lead.
Yeah, everything's going according to plan so far because the offense has moved the ball, defense able to do their job, and here the special teams unit comes through with their contribution. A field goal to make it 10-zip.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back to throw, Willis. This is caught at the 20. And all the way down to the 10-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. 44 yards.
Seems like all the fireworks in this first quarter have been on the other sideline, but here they're saying, hey, we've got some explosive guys on our side too. And that's a big play in a game that's looking like it might be full of big plays.
They'll run, Achane. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins have got it back to within a score. Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Dances by him. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Now he's loose at the 40. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. 73 yards. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, the same tempo, and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
The city just made a sweep. 65 cats. Here we go. Set.
Willis. Right back to Jalen Waddle for another catch. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
And the Dolphins first down.
70 Rangers. 19 tight. 19.
Back to throw, Willis. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
Here's second and 10. To throw, here's Willis. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Right back to the air again with Willis. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on fourth. They're going to try a second time.
65, 65, check.
They'll go. H.N. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. The Dolphins can't convert on fourth down. And that will force a turnover on downs. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
On the tweak, right? 18. Go. Hey, south.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he stopped immediately there. After one, 17-7 is our score.
No gain on the play. Second and 10. At the 20.
Ready for the second quarter. From Houston, it's the Texans in possession of the football as they've got it with a second and 10.
Already.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11.
Here we go. 18. What's that? 11. 19 Texas. Monkey. Hey, uno. Hey, south.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Taking a shot for down here. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Houston. Takedown. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Texans are able to stretch out their lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th. Didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for that 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride to the offense this go-around. Play fake. Here's Willis. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. 25 yards that time.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Now a 2nd and 2.
18 Cardinals.
Again, it's Achane. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
That's another Dolphins 1st down. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Tight. Here we go.
Willis will look to throw it. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Dolphins are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
At their own 37-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 2nd down.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him, because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Here we go.
On second down, they'll run it here. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
To the left side, finds his receiver, Noel. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Stroud going to give to Marks. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, second down. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Here we go. 118.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Second and 10.
Right now, this way. 118. Outside. Alert the hot, alert the hot. Hey, uno.
Stroud. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
All right. Tony.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Because his primary job is defending against the pass, you don't often see a cornerback making tackles in the backfield. But he's playing run all the way here.
Stroud, he's going to audible to something else.
Whoa. Robin.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 87 yards rushing for him in this first half, as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's third and a yard. Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
11. Y'all to the right. Why Tony?
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run forward Marks. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on third down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10.
Here we go. 18. Hey. 12. Hey.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
Brings up
Second down and 8.
On the quick, right?
Stroud completes this out wide. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They'll come up now 3rd and 9.
Oh, right. 18. What's up? Buggy.
Here's Stroud. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Tank Dell saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Texans will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20.
Ready.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fielded at the 43. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And that will do it for this first half.
Dolphins 14. Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
Fairbairn now to kick this one away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play into this perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Willis looking to throw it. Throw caught by Achane. And all the way down to the 26. It's a big play there for Miami. 49 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 26-yard line. Shotgun snap to Willis. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And down inside the 15 he goes. He continues to deliver a 1st down here. He had 4 catches in the 1st half, and this one number 5.
First down, Miami.
Willis looks to pass it here. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. Short completion, just 4 yards. And it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 6. At the 9-yard line.
Willis will look to pass again here. And his pass incomplete.
Brings up 3rd down and 6 yards to go.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Let's go now.
Here's Willis. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Devon Achane. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Dolphins take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. Extra point by York is up and good. And that cuts this lead down to 13. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they were terrific in the 1st half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
And you can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
18. That's it. Why Tony?
Now Stroud. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
And the Texans, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line.
A loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12.
Look the hot.
At the 41-yard line.
South.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 37. A good pickup there at 22.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 37-yard line. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Texans continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Well, look, this is a team, Charles. They faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division, but they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20.
21.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touch. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he'll be down at the 6-yard line. It's such a costly interception, nearly a pick six, but now they're so close, they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
Speed left, speed left.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Texans take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27.
Dolphins 21. Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
It'll go as a gain of 4. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. And they're going to go for this. Just 1 for 3 so far on 4th down tries. They're trying again. They do go for it. Here's Willis. Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Well, it certainly feels like this defensive group has figured this guy out to the tune of a big lead in this one. And you know that he's frustrated with how this game has gone. And now with back-to-back interceptions, he's got to find a way to get out of his own head and start making better plays.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
118. What's that?
And now here's a carry heading left. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 164 yards rushing for him now as he has been a central figure in trying to get his guys to the second round.
Here we go. Let's go. 118. What's that? Hey, that's my man. I got him.
Up the middle, it's Marks. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets him down to the 2. That puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
Oh, ready? 118. What's that?
1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Houston. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
118.
He'll try again. And he's not going too far. In fact, stopped dead in his tracks at the 3. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
Here we go. Swap.
Marks. Touchdown, Houston.
Well, they decided to run it in. They got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
The kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right. Now the ball comes loose. And the Texans scoop it. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Here we go.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Yeah, he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. 2nd down now. From the 41, here's a 2nd and 8.
On the quick, right? 118.
On the handoff, Marks. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
Brandon, I got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On the ground, here's Brooks. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
A 54-yard attempt.
The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Fairbairn now, following the made field goal, he'll send this one away.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try to hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Daniil Hunter make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game.
Nightmare of a game continues for this quarterback, brought down with the game already decided. This sack adds insult to injury for him. Multiple turnovers, down by multiple touchdowns, now dumped early in a drive in the final quarter.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45.
And the Dolphins first down. A gain of 16 yards. First down, Dolphins.
Now Willis. Now he'll tuck this and run. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one.
Just a breakdown there defensively. It looked like someone got their wires crossed because no one seemed to pick him up at all. He's running free, and there's not a quarterback in the league who's going to miss that throw. That's a huge play.
Ready, right?
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down. Defense simply not fooled by the draw there.
Well, they were thinking run to begin with, and what they tell their defensive linemen is play the run on your way to the quarterback. If someone shows, go get him, and that's exactly what they did.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Achane will score. Touchdown, Miami. Well, CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about or really grasp onto in this game. They've been dominated, but at least they get a late touchdown here, something positive to put on film for tomorrow's session.
Yeah, they're still trying to execute, trying to get some positives on their board and ledger sheet and keep this from being a total loss. Give them credit. They're going down fighting.
58. Dolphins 29.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Javon Dodson on the return. The Texans take over first and 10.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And you'd have to say they have done what they set out to do in this wild card round. It won't get easier from here, of course, but they'll certainly have some momentum built up for when they hit the road in the divisional round next weekend. Now it's second and 10.
Second and 10 at the 21-yard line.
What's that? 18. What's that?
And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Tough spot here, third down and 11.
Here we go. Swap. Another swap.
Throwing now is Stroud. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A huge play there for Houston. 51 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's first and 10. They'll run to Brooks. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two.
After playing like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there.
On the quick, right?
And the Texans are moving on as we say so long, everybody. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long from Houston.